You spent 6 months building the perfect training program. You got budget approval. You worked with a premium vendor. You designed beautiful launch emails. Leadership praised the initiative. And then, out of 200 employees, only 14 completed it. Sound familiar? If you are in HR or L&D, this video might explain why some of your best efforts quietly fail and what strategic HR professionals do differently. Stay till the end because I'll give you one shift that can make your next program successful and make leadership finally take you seriously. Welcome back. If you are an HR manager, HRBP and L&D professional or someone responsible for people development, this is for you. Because let's be honest, many HR professionals make incredibly hard. They build programs with good intentions, but the intentions don't create impact. And if your programs don't create impact, your career can stall too. Today, I'm going to show you three hidden reasons HR training programs fail, not from textbooks, but from the legal corporate world. Let's get into it. Point number one, you build what was easy, not what was needed. Here is the first uncomfortable truth. Most HR training programs fail before they even begin because they were built around assumptions, not diagnosis. Here is how it actually happens. A leader says, we need communication training. Managers need leadership skills. Team needs motivation. HR hear this and starts building immediately. Vendor calls, slides created, launch date set. Everyone feel productive. But no one asks the most important question, what is the real problem? Let me give you an example. A company says manager need feedback training. Sounds reasonable, but when you investigate deeper, you discover managers are not avoiding feedback because they lack skill. They are avoiding it because they fear conflict, they have no time, their own leaders never modeled it. They are overloaded. Now think carefully. Would a 45-minute e-learning module fix any of that? No. And that is why many training programs fail. They solve symptoms, not root causes. The HR strategic shift. Stop being an order taker, become a diagnostic. Before giving any reason or ask what behavior needs to change. What is blocking it? What happens if nothing changes? Is training even the answer? Sometimes the solution is coaching, sometimes workload redesign, sometimes manager accountability, sometimes no training at all. Before launching your next program, speak to 5 real employees first. They tell you more than they survey. Point number two, managers were never bought in. Now let's talk about the second reason programs fail. And this one hurts because HR works hard, then launch in isolation. You build the content, you send the email, you post it on the internet and wait. Nothing happens. Why? Because the people who control employee attention, managers, were never bought in. Let me say that again. Employees don't follow HR emails, they follow priorities set by their manager. If a manager says, please complete it this by Friday, it gets done. If a manager says nothing, your program becomes background noise. This is why compliance training often becomes reminder email chaos. HR sends reminders. Completion goes from 20% to 30%. More reminders. Then the last minute panic, and anybody learns anything. Just checkbox behavior. The HR strategic shift number two. Before launch, sell the program internally. Meet the managers first. Show them what it matters, what problem it solves. how it helps their team, what success look like. When managers become champions, completion rises naturally. Before launching company-wide, three respected managers to pilot it first. If they support it publicly, others follow. Point number three, you measured completion, not impact. Now, here is the third reason, and this is where many HR careers get stuck. HR celebrates 95% completion rates, attendance numbers, positive feedbacks, but leadership is asking, did it improve business results? This is where credibility is won or lost. Because no CEO says, great, 87 people completed a module. They care about lower turnover, better managers, faster onboarding, higher productivity, but customer outcomes. So if your report says the training completed successfully, that sound administrative. But if your report says manager escalation cases reduced 24% after the program launch, now you have attention. Now HR sounds strategic. Now budgets open. Stop reporting activity. Stop reporting outcomes. Move from attendance to behavioral change, completion to performance improvement, satisfaction to business value. For every training program, define one business metric before launch. Track it for 90 days. In the power section is, let me give you the brutal truth. Some HR professionals stuck for years because they keep building programs that look impressive but creative, no visible impact. Meanwhile, strategic HR professionals do something different. They solve real problems and using the people solutions. That's why they get promoted. They they get promoted based on why leadership listens. That's why they become HR directors. Your next program can be more than the program. It can be your career breakthrough. Tell me honestly in the comments which of these three mistakes have you seen most? Wrong diagnosis, no manager buy in, no impact measurement. I read every comment. And if you are serious about becoming a strategic HR leader, subscribe now because next week I am showing you why HR is ignored in meetings and how to fix it. See you there in the next meeting. Thank you.